In the outskirts of Murray, shrouded in fog and forgotten trees, stands a hotel long abandoned. Locals call it Hotel Altaf, but no one remembers who Altaf was or what happened there. What they do remember is room 313. The hotel closed its doors in 1998. The story goes that a guest, a young woman, checked into room 313 during a thunderstorm. She was never seen again. Not at checkout. Not ever. Staff claimed she vanished, but one cleaner, who quit the next day, told his brother she didn't leave. She was taken in. No police case. No search. No headlines. Just silence. For 25 years, room 313 has remained sealed, chained from the outside, boards across the door, dust thick on the floor, and yet people say they still hear her crying. Jacob had heard the legend during a documentary trip and laughed. Old ghost stories. Good for YouTube. He ignored the warnings. Locals begged him not to go. One man even grabbed his arm and whispered, "There's something behind the walls. It isn't a ghost." Jacob brought two cameras, a flashlight, and a small bag of equipment. He broke in around midnight. The hotel groaned in the wind. Ceilings sagged. Walls moldy. Windows shattered. He found room 313 at the end of the third-floor corridor. The chains had rusted. The wood was soft. It didn't take much to break through. The smell hit him first. Not rot. Not mold. Something old. Sweet. But wrong. Like perfume that had aged too long. He stepped inside. Just silence. The room was untouched. Bed made. Mirror unbroken. A chair beside the window. And on the wall opposite the bed, scratched into the plaster, were dozens of words, layered over each other in desperate handwriting. She watches. Don't answer her voice. The mirror is not a mirror. Jacob laughed nervously into the camera. Classic setup. Definitely haunted. But then something moved. He replayed the footage. In the background, barely visible, something shifted behind the mirror. He turned back. Nothing. He approached the mirror, tapped it. It rang hollow. Then he heard the whisper. Very soft. Female. Right behind him. Don't look. He spun. No one there. The whisper came again. From the mirror this time. Turn around. Jacob. He froze. The voice knew his name. The lights flickered. The camera glitched. He ran to the door. It was gone. Not locked. Not jammed. Gone. Only wall remained where the door had been. His breath turned white. He began to shiver. Then the mirror rippled. Like water. A hand emerged. Pale. Thin. With too many fingers. It reached out slowly and touched the floor. And then the nails scratched. Screak. Screech. Over and over. A single sentence. Carved into the floor. I waited 25 years. You opened the door. The camera dropped. The feed went black, but the audio kept recording. Heavy breathing. Whispers in a language no one could recognize. Then screaming. Not one voice. Many. Like every person who had ever stayed in that room was screaming at once. It lasted 17 seconds. Then silence. Jacob's body was never found, but the camera was delivered to his university in a sealed box. No return address. When they played the footage in the editing lab, power in the entire block went out. 2 students fainted. One jumped from the second floor 3 days later, mumbling, "She's still inside the walls. She wants out." The camera has since disappeared, but the video file still exists. No one dares play it anymore, because in the final frame just for half a second you can see her face. Not a woman. Not human. A face of shadows. Teeth like nails. And one eye, just one, open and staring straight at the viewer, as if she knows you're watching. And somewhere behind your own wall she waits again.